What's up guys, it's Mel and today I have a yoga flow good for lower back pain, or if you're just someone who wants to open up your low back, if it's feeling a little tight, this flow is for you. If you are liking my videos or if you just found me, don't forget to subscribe below and I hope you enjoy. Alright, let's get started on your mat. Alright you guys, today's practice is going to start on your hands and knees. So your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are over your knees, and we're just going to take a few rounds of cat and cow. So dropping your belly, arching your back, looking up to the sky as you inhale, and then circling your spine down and around. So you're looking at your belly button. Inhale, look up, stretching your throat. Exhale, round your belly, stretching the back of your neck and making sure to make your shoulder blades really wide here. Taking that about 1 or 2 more times on your own breath. And from here, making sure that you're pushing down nice and firm into the earth, and then you are separating your shoulder blades as much as they can go, all right? So once you have this, I want you to shift your body to the right, and then begin to arch your back into that cow pose, but kind of circling around to the other side. Do it again, but rounding your back towards the right, and then arching towards the left. So you're doing this big spinal body circulation with your entire body, using your breath to guide you, and switch directions. When you arch, lead to the left, and then round towards the left. This should feel really nice. It just kind of wakes up your body, gets my body going exactly how I like it to. So I like to begin this before I start to flow on my own or at a class. I usually show up to class about a few minutes early just to kind of warm up my spine for my little spinal articulations. All right, so from here, we're just going to quickly do a little thread the needle. So inhale the left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle through and begin to peel your chest up to the sky. So this already is getting into the low back here and also into your upper back and your shoulders and gives you a nice twist. So taking the bind behind your back if it's accessible, if your shoulders are open enough, and just looking up the sky, breathe into this stretch. All right, plant the right hand back down. Inhale, wave the left arm to the sky, and release that down. Shake out your booty, and changing sides. So inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Remembering to inhale and straighten out the spine or lengthen the spine before you twist on the exhale. All right. Letting that one go, bringing down the left hand, inhaling the right arm back to the sky, and release it. Shaking that out. This time, curling the toes under and pushing the hips all the way back up to the sky for downward facing dog. So we're just going to bend the knees slowly side to side. I like to facing the same way by rolling the heels to the left, keeping the legs straight here, so I can just kind of feel into the low back. Going to switch sides, switching the heels to the right, dropping the hips to the right, and keeping the legs straight. You can also have a bend in the knees as well. Doing that one more time on each side. And now open up the feet about hips width distance, and take the left hand to the right ankle, and then just look in between or underneath the right armpit. So this is really good for the sciatic nerve, so it's getting into these low abdominal and low back muscles that you might have tension. So just breathe into them and add length. Look forward, change sides. And switch hands again. We're going to inhale the left leg to the sky. And then step the foot through to the hands and turn and pivot so you're at a wide-legged stance. So we're just going to keep our heart up here for a second. Plant the left hand down in the middle of your legs. If you need a block or a blanket here, you can grab that. I'll use my handy dandy energy pillow. So I can have a little bit more lift if you have tighter hamstrings here. And then keeping the legs straight as well as the arm, inhale the right arm to the sky. So again, we have a lot of twists, but we're making sure we're lengthening the spine to make sure the twist hits the right spot, which should be the low back and the sciatic nerve and all that fun stuff. So again, any of these twists call for optional binds, which you can bind behind your back to tackle two birds in one stone. So you're getting your inner thighs, your low back, and now you're adding in some shoulder openers. All right, look down, switch sides, big inhale, and then exhale, twist. Taking the bind if you did so on the other side. And dropping the hand down. This time, inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So you can keep the pillow here, the blanket, and just kind of rest your head on the blanket or pillow. And I want you to bend one knee at a time to just kind of warm up the hips and the inner thighs. One more deep inhale as you lengthen, and exhale as you fold deeper. All right, inhale, release that. You're going to kind of bring your feet in just like a foot closer, toes out wide, heels in. You're going to drop your hips in the middle. So this is called Malasana, yoga squat, and I like to warm up by shifting side to side just to kind of warm up the hips even more. It's a pretty deep hip opener. If it helps you, you can put a block underneath your sit bones or a pillow or a blanket. This obviously doesn't even, it's not big enough, so it's not going to really work. You maybe like fold it, that'll work a little bit. If you don't need that, then you don't need it. You can just put the prop to the side. I like to have my feet flat with my hands at heart center, but some days it's a little bit too intense. Kind of like today, it's pretty intense for me, I'm pretty sore. So I'm going to bring my feet closer together, and I'm actually going to go on my toes. So I'm still pushing my hips out wide, but I'm kind of using the strength of my legs a little bit more. And then from here, I'm still going to sit down and then open up my knees. So it's a little bit less weight, I guess, on the hips. It's a little bit more just like on your toes, if you can take that. Any version works fine though, so whatever works for you today. And from here, going for another twist. Dropping the left hand, inhaling the right arm. This time, I'm going to encourage you to bring the left arm outside of the left knee. And I want you to really twist this time. So this is like one of our peak poses, so the second to last peak pose. And I want you to try to take the bind behind both sides. So I can show you what it looks like from the back. Trying to lift your heart, but you're getting a nice shoulder opener twist, and this feels extremely amazing on the lower back. All right, changing sides, same thing. See, it feels really good on this side now. Again, I'm swinging this hand over to the side, lifting it, and going for the bind. All right, releasing that, pushing yourself to a standing forward fold. Again, just take this forward fold. And wherever you are, I want you to step towards the top of the mat, both of your feet together, and just drop the head, grabbing opposite elbows, swaying side to side. You can have your knees bent here if it feels good. So your lower back should already feel nice and loose now, or if not loose, looser than it was when you started. All right, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. All right, so our peak pose is pigeon. So inhale, just squeeze the left knee to the left elbow. Nice little core stretch here before we get into it. And then you're going to bring the right ankle to the left wrist and slide the knee down the arm. So that way it's like 90 degrees, that's what it should be. So because we're doing 90 degree, this is the proper alignment. I'm going to recommend a prop, a block, or a pillow like I've been using underneath the hip. So get that prop now, plus it's more comfortable. So you can get really nice and deep into it. Really breathe, inhale the chest high, exhale, drop into the full pigeon. So I'm just going to add something here on the normal sleeping pigeon, just for a little bit more of like the low back. You're going to keep the right hand planted. Inhale the left arm to the sky, and then swim it under just like we started in that thread the needle. We're doing a version of pigeon thread the needle. So it's way more intense in the hip. If you can't do this, again, grab another pillow and put it underneath your shoulder. But this way it's like you're feeling this outer hip, but also like way more deeper into the low back. All right, release that. Curl the back toe under, step back into down dog. And simply going to the other side. So right away, exhale, squeeze the left knee to the left tricep. Take the ankle outside the right hand and slide the left knee down. So I'm going to move this pillow to the other side. So now we have it. See how my foot is flexed? That kind of helps ensure that there's not going to be any damage to the knee. And by the way, if you feel any sharp pains in the knee, just roll out of it and go to the modified version, which is on your back. But if it feels fine, if it's just tight, then try to stick through it and breathe. So dropping the chest, I'm just going to go right into the fill the needle. All right. Big exhale as you come out of that pose. You're just going to move the pillow or whatever you use as your prop and skipping any down dog. We're just going to roll on to the left hip and swing the right leg in front of you so you can come in a seated meditation, which I'll face you guys. That's all I have for you guys today for lower back. I hope you feel better than you did before you started. And I'm sending you guys all my love and my abundance, and the light and student in me honors each and every one of you. Mwah. Namaste.